our success has not happened because we have not worked with others. And so talk to me a little bit about our partners and how they played a major role in our success thus far.
Well, I mean, in our early development of our company, and even in the early thoughts of the vision and the mission for the company, I would say NASAP SLI was a huge contributor to our success. Every summer, meeting with those students that are on the Royal Court, the SGA, Greek life leaders at our HBCUs, the faith that NASAP SLI and Jimmy Lunderman, Denver Malcolm Key, Brandon Dumas, Marcus Chaney, the faith that they had in the product that Lee Firm was bringing before those students paid dividends to our success. AFLV, I mean, me and you've been going to AFLV now almost 7 years. In those years, we've grown as leaders, but we started as a student leader. So we saw a conference that was one of the largest Greek life conferences I've ever been to. And you know, Ryan, Kyle, the team at AFLV now not only being an attendee or a registrant, but now being a partner that's invested in AFLV was a huge catapult into our business opportunities, but also into what we believe is effective for student leaders. Being an affiliate of NACA, ensuring that we're partnering with campus activities. And then last but not least, NASPA. NASPA was a true gem. You know, some of my mentors like Dr. Lalonde, Dr. Marcus Chaney, Dr. Flap Cockrell, Dr. Daryl Holloman, ensuring that I got to NASPA even when I didn't have no professional development funding, I didn't have a national office I was connected to. They ensured I made it to those conferences, and those conferences were game changers in how I function as a practitioner in higher ed and how we practice as leaders in this company.
Awesome. So I know one of the subjects that we focus on and tackle each year is one of the most touchiest subjects that Greek life, as well as student activities, have to discuss, and that's hazing prevention. So can you talk to me a little bit about how you've tackled that and made that something that is not uncomfortable for students to talk about, but something that they look forward to learning more about and how they can be a part of breaking that cycle?
Well, the first thing is we use vulnerability in storytelling. Let's be honest. I'm not saying that I was hazed or I hazed individuals, but I can tell you that I didn't look at MIP or membership intake practices as the only way. A lot of times we let chapter traditions outweigh our organization policies. And only knowing the value or the chance of the risk and educating about the risk is what changed my view on what hazing is and how it's respected. So I say the reason our company's extremely passionate about hazing prevention and why we've championed ensuring that campuses hear from us about hazing prevention is our parents drop our stuff on campus as freshmen. They run into our dorm room and take a picture with us. They post it all up on social media. And in 4 years, they have the expectation to come back and watch my name in a program going across the stage. So we have to do everything we can that in 4 years or during that 4-year experience, they're not seeing names in funeral programs. And they're not, instead of going to graduations to celebrate, they're hearing eulogies of their child's accomplishments that were interrupted due to chapter traditions over organization missions. So I say that we're excited to continue partnering in that space. And it's not just a fraternity sorority life topic, it's a life topic. And we're committed to breaking the cycles of cognitive dissonance, breaking the cycles of violence, breaking the cycles of alcoholism by way of hazing, and ensuring that our founders' legacies continue to flourish years to come. Because if pledging and abuse and hazing was so valuable, who hazed our founders? And as I unpack that, our founders were hazed by oppression, by circumstance, and by lack of privilege. And now that we have those privileges, instead of putting effort in hazing, let's put effort in exercising rights such as voting.
You're right. You're totally right on that. So Lead Firm is everywhere, but one of its newest homes has become Amazon. So talk to me about what's in your hand.
Yeah, so I'm extremely excited about our partnership with Amazon and this publication that we just put out, the Comprehensive Student Leadership Guide and Workbook. It was really exciting for us to sell a tremendous amount of copies in its first release. This book has now been out about a week, and You know, the contributors, along with our staff, putting this product together is going to be a game changer for TRIO, fraternity sorority life. Now those signature programs that we speak about, those topics have been broke down, and now there's a guide and a workbook that each student and campus-based professionals can use to unpack the entire academic year. So this product is truly game-changing. We poured into it, and we ensure that that it's not just a book that sits on the shelf.
Right.
It's an active tool in the tool bag of success for student matriculation and student success. But I gotta be sure we shout out some of our contributors and friends. Brittany Caston really poured into this book by virtue of tobacco and alcohol awareness and prevention. Dr. Brandon Dumas was paramount in ensuring that the SWOT analysis was used properly in identifying the strengths and weaknesses of our leaders. Dr. Corey Hicks poured into this product by letting people know that emotional intelligence and self-care is important. Dr. Joshua Frendenberg, diversity, inclusion, and just the true value of leadership. Dr. Suzette Walden-Cole, she talks about being the unapologetic you. You know, not using I'm sorry as a break in communication when you don't understand, simply getting clarity and being a profound leader and learning what consent looks like in an era where alcohol has become a part of the sexual experience and reducing the possibilities of consent being understood. And to my good friend and prayers, Taylor McCain definitely let us know why conflict resolution has to be a conversation starter during the collegiate experience. So this product, I want you to go on Amazon. I want you to get it for your first gens. I want you to get it for your fraternity sorority life leaders. I want you to get it for every student leader and practitioners. I want you to use it as a guide when you're deciding what programmatic thrust is going to take us into the next generation of developing global leaders. So yes, very excited about this product system.
Well, we definitely thank you, Jarrod, for your leadership. You spearhead a lot of the things that happen at Lead Firm, and so your tremendous support of all the efforts that Lead Firm puts forward is definitely appreciated. And I think there's a couple other people that we need to shout out, don't you think?
Definitely. All right, so first of all, our staff and team.
Yeah.
Trina Lawal, she's been phenomenal. Our director of engagements. If you're a school that we work with, believe me, you know Trina. Trina is a lifeline for us. Aja Quant is our all things graphic. Marvin Magnagal, MIP Designs. Our brand would not be what it would without him. KWA Group Branding. Is our all things merchandise. All the merch you see your leaders wearing from our conference, at our different speaking engagements, KWA has been phenomenal. All of Us Research has always saw value in partnering with us to ensure that the public health message to our minority population is being told, being researched, so that medicine can be designed for our demographic. The Delta Research Education Foundation, DREF, major shout out to how you always pour into the fact that, and let students know that Lead Firm has a product that's needed on campuses. Who do we have out there that's left? Hold on, I gotta be real. To our parents.
Yes.
To my mom, Reverend Wanda Holmes, my dad, Dolphy Benjamin. When we had no sponsors, our family were our sponsors in our early years. To Taylor's pops, my other pops, Franklin McCain,
Vicky McCain.
Pastor Vicky McCain. Hey, I'm telling you, these people pour into us, invest into us, believe in us, pray for us. They have been the lifelines in ensuring that we continue this legacy, you know, and I hope that we can continue to make them proud, Taylor.
Of course, and of course, we have to say leadership is what brought us here. We were leaders in our respective organizations, and so, you know, we want to give that back to students, to professionals, to our organizations. We can't thank those mentors enough for them pushing us to be the best that we can be. And without that push and without the team that we had during our time while we were serving together and being able to build not only just a relationship, but a friendship and a business, that's a really big deal. You know, that is where we're going. And so we thank everyone who's been a part of the Lead Firm team, whether you've came on a Zoom, whether you showed up at one of our conferences, whether you bought a book on Amazon.
Shared a post on social media. All of it is appreciated. And if you're proud of us, if you're supporting us, and if you believe in us, we want to tell you that the best is yet to come. Thank you so much. For more information, check us out on www.leefirmspeaks.com. Take care.